Welcome, my fellow horror enthusiasts, to a place where shadows dance and whispers echo with the chilling tales of the past. Today we have something truly special for you. 3 creepy legends from haunted mansions that will make your skin crawl. We'll journey through time and terror, exploring the history and hauntings of these cursed locations. So dim the lights, sit back, and prepare to be terrified. Lock your doors, check under your bed, and whatever you do, don't answer any mysterious noises. Our first stop takes us to a crumbling mansion perched atop a windswept hill, shrouded in a perpetual mist that seems to cling to its decaying facade. Locals call it whispering walls, and for good reason. The air within those crumbling walls hums with an unsettling energy, a palpable sense of dread that seeps into your bones. Imagine, if you will, the feeling of unseen eyes watching your every move, the prickling sensation on the back of your neck that sends shivers down your spine. This is the constant companion of those who dare to step within the mansion's shadow. They say that the walls themselves whisper, sharing secrets of the tragic events that unfolded within their embrace. Some say it's the wind, whistling through cracks and crevices, but others, those who have experienced the true terror of the whispering walls, know better. They tell of faint voices, barely audible murmurs that seem to emanate from the very plaster and stone. Whispers that speak of betrayal, of madness, of unspeakable acts that stain the mansion's history in blood. One chilling tale speaks of a young woman, her heart filled with love, betrayed by the man she trusted most. Driven to madness by grief and despair, she took her own life within the mansion's cold embrace. Now her anguished whispers are said to be the most persistent, her sorrow echoing through the ages. Visitors to the whispering walls claim to have heard their names whispered in the darkness, their deepest fears given voice by the unseen presence that permeates the mansion. Some hear snippets of conversations, fragments of arguments long past, replayed as if trapped in a morbid loop. Others still claim to have been touched by unseen hands, their arms brushed by icy fingers that leave behind a bone-chilling cold. The air grows heavy, making it difficult to breathe, as if an invisible weight has settled upon their chests. Objects move on their own, doors slam shut with no explanation, and disembodied footsteps echo through the empty halls. Some say the spirits of those who met their untimely end within the mansion's walls are trapped, unable to find peace. They wander the halls, their anguish and despair clinging to the very fabric of the building. So if you ever find yourself near a crumbling mansion on a windswept hill, shrouded in an unnatural mist, be warned. Listen closely, but be careful what you wish for the walls might just whisper back. Our next destination takes us deep into the heart of a dense and ancient forest, where towering trees cast long, eerie shadows, and the air hangs heavy with the scent of damp earth and decay. Here, shrouded in an almost perpetual twilight, stands Blackwood Manor, a once grand estate now surrendered to the relentless embrace of nature. Its crumbling facade, a testament to years of neglect and whispered rumors of dark deeds, hints at the sinister secrets hidden within its walls. Blackwood Manor is not merely haunted, it is consumed by its tragic past, a past that manifests in the chilling form of the phantom. The manor's history is a tapestry woven with threads of love, betrayal, and ultimately murder. It's said that the lord of the manor, driven mad by jealousy, took the life of his beloved within these very walls. The details of her demise are shrouded in shadow and rumor, but the outcome remains a chilling constant. Now his victim's tormented spirit is said to roam the manor, a specter forever bound to the site of her untimely demise. Those who dare to spend the night within Blackwood's decaying walls tell of a bone-chilling cold that seeps from the floorboards, a cold that bites deeper than any natural chill. But the cold is merely a prelude to the true horror that stalks the halls of Blackwood Manor, the phantom. Witnesses describe a shadowy figure, its edges blurred and indistinct, gliding effortlessly through the darkened corridors. It is often seen at the edge of one's vision, a fleeting glimpse of darkness that vanishes as quickly as it appears, leaving behind an icy silence and the unshakable feeling of being watched. Some claim to have seen a spectral woman in white, her face obscured by a veil, her eyes burning with a cold, ethereal light. She moves with a mournful grace, her spectral form gliding through closed doors and solid walls as if they were mere wisps of smoke. Her presence is accompanied by an overwhelming sense of sorrow, a palpable despair that clings to the air like funeral incense. Others tell of hearing her mournful cries echoing through the empty halls at night, a haunting melody of grief and despair that chills the very marrow. There are tales of objects moving on their own, furniture overturned as if tossed aside by an unseen force. Doors slam shut with a terrifying force, their locks rattling as if shaken by an angry hand. Some who have dared to spend the night in the manor recount waking in the dead of night, their blankets pulled back, their faces brushed by icy fingers that leave behind a burning cold. So if you ever find yourself wandering the ancient forests and stumble upon a decaying manor shrouded in shadow, be warned. Turn back while you still can, for the phantom of Blackwood Manor awaits. Our final destination tonight takes us to a secluded estate, shrouded in an almost unnatural stillness. Ravenwood Hall, they call it, a place where beauty and dread intertwine like the poisonous vines that creep up its centuries-old walls. It is here, within a dusty attic room, hidden from the world's prying eyes, that we find our next tale, the story of the cursed portrait. The portrait itself is a masterpiece, a testament to the skill of its creator. It depicts a woman of breathtaking beauty. Her eyes, captured with an almost unsettling realism, seem to follow your every move. But beauty, as they say, can be deceiving, for this portrait harbors a dark secret, a curse that has haunted the halls of Ravenwood Hall for generations. Legend has it that the artist, a man consumed by his craft and infatuated with his subject, made a pact with a malevolent entity. In exchange for the ability to perfectly capture the woman's beauty, to infuse the portrait with a life of its own, he pledged something far more sinister, a piece of his soul, and unknowingly, a piece of his subject's essence. The moment the final brushstroke was applied, the woman in the portrait took a breath, her chest rising and falling in a mockery of life. The artist, horrified by what he had done, tried to destroy the painting, but it was too late. The curse had taken hold. Those who find themselves in the presence of the portrait are overcome with a sense of unease, a prickling sensation that crawls up their spine. The air grows heavy, the temperature drops, and an unnatural silence descends upon the room, as if the very walls are holding their breath. But the true terror lies in the eyes of the painted woman. They seem to follow your every move, their gaze piercing through you, stripping you bare and exposing your deepest fears. It is said that those who look into her eyes for too long experience a string of misfortunes, a series of unfortunate events that escalate in severity with each passing day. Some experience vivid nightmares, their dreams haunted by the woman in the portrait. Others find themselves plagued by bad luck. Accidents seem to befall them, and their relationships crumble around them. But the curse's true power is reserved for those foolish enough to touch the canvas. It is said that physical contact with the portrait seals your fate. Whispers tell of people driven mad by the portrait's influence, their minds shattered by the entity trapped within. Others vanish without a trace, their disappearances shrouded in mystery, their fates forever entwined with the cursed portrait. The owners of Ravenwood Hall, desperate to break the curse, have tried everything to rid themselves of the painting. They've hidden it away in the darkest corners of the attic, tried to burn it, even bury it on the grounds, but the portrait always returns. So if you ever find yourself wandering the halls of a grand old estate and stumble upon a hidden attic room, beware. Turn away from the beauty that calls to you from the canvas, for the cursed portrait of Ravenwood Hall holds more than just the echoes of a forgotten artist's obsession. It holds a darkness that yearns to be unleashed. Thank you for joining us on this eerie journey through haunted mansions and their creepy legends. We've explored the chilling tales of the whispering walls, felt the icy presence of the phantom of Blackwood Manor, and confronted the unsettling gaze of the cursed portrait. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-tingling stories. We've got a whole crypt full of horror waiting to be unearthed, and we can't wait to share it with you. Until next time, stay curious and stay scared. And remember, sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones we create ourselves.